Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to our channel. This is Caroline at Create Your Future. And today we are talking about law of assumption with a new question from subscriber. So we have a free course, how to identify your block and manifest anything fast. You have the link in the box below. So just click on it and we will email it to you, as well as all the information on the website on how to do one-on-one coaching with me. We have regular session, and as of a few weeks ago, now I'm offering hypnotherapy session, live hypnotherapy. So it's not gonna be like the pre-recorded tracks that I have that you can purchase right now, still 50% off with the coupon code SAVE50, SAVE50. We're gonna have two sessions at least. The first session, that's when we have to talk, because I have to know what where you stand and what you want to manifest. Then I will, after the session, create a script particularly for you and only for you. And then we will have the second session where it's the actual hypnotherapy live. So you're gonna be on a call, on a video call, and I will be talking at the same time. All right. So this is a great new thing. I'm very excited. I am, having some success with it. So I'm really happy about it. So check it out. It's really cool. Hypnotherapy, for those who don't know, this is what we do here. It's actually a guided deep relaxation. So I'll induce you in a state of super deep relaxation. And once you're there, feeling at peace, feeling in your safe place, we will talk about the new story. And I, do it in the forms of intentions and affirmations. And then I will bring you back safely to a full consciousness. But unless you fall asleep, you are going to remember everything. There's nothing weird about this. As a matter of fact, is the state that you go throughout the day, but mainly when you fall asleep or when you wake up, you are in that in-between state, not fully awake, not asleep yet. That trance state, that's where we go with the hypnotherapy. Why? Because there we have direct access to the subconscious mind and we bypass the resistance, so the blocks. So it's a nice way to imprint into your subconscious mind the new beliefs, the new statements that, are a declaration of who you are. And who you are is what you manifest, not what you want. Remember? So you want to be in a relationship with your specific person. You want to be the boyfriend or the girlfriend. Wanting is one thing. It's not going to get you there. You have to embody the state. You have to accept it for yourself. That's who you are. You are this person in a relationship. You are the person who's loved and claimed by your specific person, right? So that's very important. Okay, so question of the day. I am affirming something, but people around me say, no, it's not going to happen. And I keep affirming, and then they're right. And what I wanted did not show up. Why? What's going on? What can I do? Help me. Okay. Yes. So when people are telling you that what you believe cannot happen and it's not going to happen, you hold an assumption within yourself that people don't believe like you. And it's very common in, in like the LOA community or a lot of those manifestation communities. It's very common to feel that you are like the black sheep of the group, of the family, or your friends, that you feel that nobody understands you, that you're the only one with this mindset or those beliefs, and people think you're crazy. So at first you talk about it, then you get weird feedback, like you're the weirdo of the group, and then to the point where you either second guess yourself or you just don't talk about it and you kind of hide who you truly are, right? I mean, I think that's quite common in this community. So when that happens, What I love to say, and it works beautifully, is that first of all, I have an affirmation to say I'm surrounded by like-minded people. I'm surrounded by very open-minded people. Even if people don't buy into everything I say, they're respected, they're open to know more about it, they want to know more about it, and they completely see where I'm coming from and see why I would believe that. So it's not that you want to necessarily make everybody believe what you believe, but at least be accepted for who you are, and have this common ground understanding that we're all different, we all have our sets of beliefs, and whatever works for you is magnificent. So you can start cultivating the belief that the people in your reality are this kind of people. Open-minded, supportive, even though they may not believe what you believe. That's fine. Because I am sure that you are this person. You are able to see that people believe certain things that you don't believe, but you still respect their belief because it's theirs, and you still respect who they are because you can maybe see where they're coming from, right? So you have to now know for yourself that you're no longer the black sheep, that you are the person who is respected and who has a right to believe what he or she believes, or you believe, right? So that's one position. Then when you hear a group of people and you feel like you're ganged up on, it's you against the group, and the group says one thing and you're like, no, I affirm for this, but they all say this. So it's like in your mind, if you are disturbed by the group saying, no, you're wrong, or no, it's not going to happen that way, you're giving them power. You're giving them power, and now you're coming from the energy of fear, because you're thinking, I'm outnumbered. They're probably right. Am I just crazy with my belief in LOA? What if they're right? And once again, I'm having the fear that my manifestations never show up. It's a lot of questioning, and it's a lot of self-doubt. And when you do all this, you remember you're not remembering the one important thing, which is, I tell you every week, you are the center of your own universe. You are the only consciousness within your quantum bubble. You are the only one who gets to think in your reality. And all those people, they're actually just actors, and what they do is what you have assigned them, because they are empty and meaningless. You assign the roles, and you assign their beliefs. So again, you're going to say, well, how did I do that? I don't want my group of friends to think I'm the black sheep. I wish they would see things the way I see. I wish I would get that level of comprehension and exchange with them. So why it's not happening? How did I assign that to them? Well, it's an unconscious belief. You unconsciously believe that the group is different from you. The group is not seeing things the way you do. That you unconsciously have this dominant belief that you are the black sheep and you're the weirdo, and you have this weird outlook on life, that you're the only consciousness in your quantum bubble. I mean, have you heard that before growing up from every single person? Probably not. And so, the fact that you probably grew up with people thinking differently from what you think right now, and believing differently from what you believe right now, that history all those years of seeing the opposite for whatever reason, will create a dominant belief that when you discovered LOA and you made the switch, you were different and you were outnumbered by mainstream who thinks differently. So, you can reconcile all this. You can say, yeah, even though they still believe differently from me, it's safe to talk about it, or it's safe to be different. And they do not impose their belief on me. It's like, you in your text, you give the example of if you're looking at a football match and you're affirming from one team to win, and then your group of friends think the other team is going to win because they have a better history or whatever, stronger players, and then you affirm and you still fail. Well, deep down within you, there is somewhere a belief that you're wrong, they're right. What they say is more real than your affirmations. You see, there is a deep down belief that your affirmation is something that you have to work at it, and maybe if you say them enough, they will push out in this 3D reality, but mainstream group of people who thinks differently, they're gonna win, because that's usually the way it is. So all this is, layered beliefs. So you go to the core of it, and in coaching we help you do that. So so that's a great tool to get feedback from an outsider, because the coach, we hear what you're saying, but we're not in it, so it's easier for us to see where you're being tripped up and you're stuck. So yeah, there is a lack of confidence in yourself with your beliefs. That I would say that, and that's what I would change. I would switch around and I would start to affirm. I'm safe. Being different is safe. I'm 100% entitled to believe whatever it is that I want to believe. I know that this set of beliefs works for me. I know it's real. I know it works. I know that's the way it is. That's my reality. And at the end of the day, all those people have no power, because that's not real. They're projection from my mind. They're holograms. You have to, again, remind yourself of all this. All right. So I intend that I was clear, that it was helpful. Again, everything I said applies to specific person, because if your specific person is always contradicting you, and you feel that you have to work really hard to affirm to bring it into reality, then there's a lack of confidence in yourself and your beliefs in regards of your specific person. So you apply the exact same way of working through it. And if you can't, check out our coaching schedule, because we can help you. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for your comments and your questions. Until next time, love you. Bye.